Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with Circworks, and this is Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics, where I pick up where I left off on my 100 Days of Making Comics journey. And what that is it's where you take a comic book project, whatever comic book project you're working on, and you spend at least 30 minutes a day, every day, and then you let people know about it via the internet or going door to door or whatever means necessary. The easiest way is probably through the internet. Typically people do like YouTube videos like I'm doing now. So that's what that's all about. My comic book project, for those who don't know, which everyone who's watching this probably heard this before, but it's called Young and the Dead. These are the first two issues. I am towards the end of wrapping up, or getting ready to wrap up the third issue. And so this is the update on that. What my comic's about, it's a kids versus zombie story. It's kind of like Goonies meets Night of the Living Dead. And yeah, so you've heard that before. Anyway, so this is probably going to be a short one. Really, I haven't done a lot. I actually took a little vacation. I went out to California with my girlfriend, and we hung out and visited some of her family and some friends and things like that. And so it was weird because usually, even when I'm on vacation, I'll do, you know, drawing or whatever. But it was almost like a total vacation because I didn't do much. Actually, I did one drawing. My girlfriend's cousin wanted me to draw a picture, you know, I guess a big Jurassic Park fan. So I figured, oh, cool, I'm going to draw a dinosaur. So I'll do a little dinosaur sketch. She actually had me draw the logo for Jurassic Park, which it was fun to do. But it's usually when I do logos and things, it's all on the computer because hand doing all the type and everything. But anyway, so really that was the only artwork I did. So when I got back, I tried to play catch up and do what I'm doing right now is I'm flat coloring the comic books. And if you're not familiar with what that is, I showed it kind of on the last video, but it's before, so I'll just kind of give you the interior. Let's see. So the interior, it's a black and white book. Sorry for that bad lighting there, but you know, it's kind of got some tones and some shading. But before you can start doing that, it's I was going to say it's easy, but it does take some time. But typically what you want to do is you want to fill in just flat colors on all those, on, you know, the different characters, whether if it's a lighter, I'm doing black and white again. So if a character has lighter, like blonder hair, you'll do that lighter, then a tone for the skin, a tone for the shirts, all that stuff. And usually have it vary at least a little bit, so then once that's all flat colored, you can go in and you can just select the space, and then you can start kind of shading and everything. So that's what I'm doing now. It's pretty boring and it takes a long time, and so right now I think I'm 6 pages into flat coloring. So like I said before, I mean, this for a little while it's going to be kind of boring stuff. I mean, I showed you how I did a little bit before. I'm not going to show anything today. I'm just going to do a regular update just because I do want to, even though I'm kind of doing the same thing, it's repetitive. I do want to put something out every week just because I've kind of set a standard of putting a certain amount of videos every week, and if I drop it off, even though it's not really what I'm saying might not be that important or that different from last week, it's still, I guess it's more for me just to get something out so I stay on that schedule, because it's really weird because when you keep a schedule like that, it's kind of like working out. I've been jogging lately, and it's, you know, I've been going like pretty much every day except when I was on vacation. I did a little bit of jogging there too, but it's like I could go like 6 days in a row, and then if I skip the 7th day and then that 8th day rolls around, it's like, well, you know, you think about it and you're like, well, I already kind of stopped. So it just, for me, it's good to just keep a momentum going. So that's what this is. So not a whole lot is going on. I probably didn't even put my, you know, what averages out to 30 minutes a day, even though I'm not working specifically 30 minutes every day. Sometimes I'll work larger chunks, but try to put in that same amount of time. So I probably didn't put that much in, but I am still making progress. And like I said, I'm about 6 pages in. So hopefully this weekend I'll play a little catch up and I'll get some more pages flatting, because I just want to get that part done and start shading. I haven't had a chance to do anything more with the script yet. But those are the last two things: kind of finalizing the script coloring the pages or toning the pages. And it's a weird thing because, you know, you think when doing a black and white comic like this, you're saving a lot of time as far as coloring, but I don't know how much time I'm really saving, because the flatting process it seems to take longer than actually when you go in once everything's flatted and you go start shading everything. The flatting seems to take longer than that, because for whatever reason, once you, because it's all, you've got to go around the outlines, and there's, you know, different ways to do it, kind of like I showed in the last video, but once that's there and you can just click on it, then you just get your little whatever airbrush tool, or just kind of add your shading, and it seems to go a lot quicker, the actual shading at post flatting. So because the flatting does take up the longest amount of time, I mean, really, I could take those flats and I could do color. Now, cost isn't also an issue, because you can save money printing black and white. But I think when this whole thing is done, when I finish the story, when I collect it, hopefully by then I would have started running this as a web comic and building a bigger audience and everything. But towards the end, my goal is to like run a Kickstarter and you know, put together a really nice trade. And what I probably will do with that is have a stretch goal where if I, you know, if it earns so much money, then I'll be able to hire a colorist. I mean, I could do it myself, but I'm not probably the best colorist. I think there's a lot of better people than me. But if I could hire a colorist, and half of the work, or not half of the work, I mean, some of the work will already be there because I've already flatted everything, and it's really, once you can select that, you just drop in whatever colors as opposed to the different tones. So some of the legwork's already done, so that's kind of good. But again, I guess what I'm getting at is that the shading, the black and white, maybe takes a little less time than coloring, but not that much. So it's still, even though it's black and white, it's still going to take a while to do all this. But anyway, again, I'm getting closer, and yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm trying to catch up on some of the other 100s. I've watched a few. I've fallen behind just because of the vacation and all that, but I'll get back into the swing of things, and hopefully next week I'll be able to say, oh, I got so many more pages flatted, or some of the script finalized. I don't know, but yeah, I just took a little break. Kind of much deserved break. It was nice to get away. Sometimes you just got to do that. You got to kind of get away, and even as much as I love creating and art and everything like that, sometimes it's nice to just go and put it all aside for a little bit, and then come back and you're rejuvenated and want to start back up again. So I'm back. Like I said, hopefully this weekend I'll be able to play catch up and get a little further along, but that's the progress for this week, and I'll see you next week, and that is all.